We ready for anchor here?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Hi, I'm Austin Eartham.
And I'm Taylor Patton, and welcome to the Kitchen Table Podcast.
We're here to motivate, educate, and relate to you guys, helping you to get 1% better in all areas of your life. Tonight we're going to be talking about organization.
And making it sexy again.
In preparation. They're a must. They are. Taylor doesn't think they're very sexy. I am very passionate about this, honestly.
Yeah. Awesome.
Taylor's like, okay, I'll follow you.
I just don't. It's just something I don't care to talk about. It's a very important thing. It's like logistics. There's very like a. You're looking at a minute group that love logistics or love like preparation, organization.
Yes, I don't. Okay.
And that, but for me, it's not my thing. Like when you watch those videos, those organizational videos, like on YouTube or like where they make it look super cool and super organized. I like that, like on TikTok. That's cool to watch, but doing it, such a tedious task. In no way, shape, or form do I want to be a part of it.
We'll get into that more because I don't like the details and the time it takes, like every day of me to be organized for the next day. But in the end, it's so beneficial and really saves you time in the long run, in my opinion.
Keyword right there, beneficial.
Yes. All right. Last week, what did we talk about?
Talked about auditing ourselves.
All right. How'd you do?
I did good. I think the biggest thing I just like found myself wandering in is kind of just where I am in life and kind of just like working through that and kind of just moving. Again, I feel like I just have a yearly crisis.
Yearly crisis? You're not in a crisis.
A yearly debate of like where I am, the direction I'm headed, kind of like a review, and like then it gets me stirred up on I'm not going far enough, I'm not going fast enough, which puts me in a situation, and then. But like again, like I'm a very patient person, but then I always just kind of want to be at the end, like be like to the goals, to the finish lines, and that, and
you just gotta
move along. Yeah, and that, and so they kind of like put that in my mind, and kind of just realizing like where I'm happy at and where I'm not happy at, and kind of just cutting out the things I can, the things I must, like that don't make me happy, don't give me that joy.
Yeah. In
my life is where I found myself that I like. Really kind of focused on my auditing, I'd say, in the past weekend.
Yeah, I think for me, I really found myself, this weekend was nice just to, once I finally got done with everything, it was nice to hang out for a while. And daylight savings, get the extra hour of sleep. But I was thinking today, this is kind of I call it the dark age. Because it's literally dark at 5 o'clock.
It's the worst.
It's cold. Well, today was really nice, but it's going to be cold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So usually people want to sleep more. They don't want to be active. They just want to lay on the couch, and it's not as much of a, I guess, active or maybe even fun period.
Yeah.
Because the sun's just not up very long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Especially.
You wake up,
that's the only thing.
You go home, it's dark.
As soon as a presidential party says that they're taking that out of effect.
Go for them.
That's the first time I'll vote. It's the first time I'll vote.
It's either that or move to Arizona, because they don't do it.
I'm moving to Arizona. That's a done deal.
Great place.
Sign me up.
So anyways, I was thinking about that, so I was like, can I have a good diet? Because the holidays, it's hard to have a good diet, right? Can I maximize my activity and my sleep, and how can I gain fitness? Because you don't want to go outside because it's cold. Can you still go for walks? Can you find joy still? And not because it's a proven thing. People are depressed more in the winter.
That's why you got all your equipment inside now.
Yeah.
Now you just do a workout inside your room.
Yeah,
I can do. You pretty much don't have to leave your bed.
Yeah, home gyms, I do gotta leave my bed. I can technically have a blanket on me though. Home gym's coming along slowly but surely. So that's good. Yeah, I will like that. But anyways, we'll test that out here in the future.
Yeah, I found. This is kind of like a little off topic, but I found love again in like playing video games.
I saw that recently.
Over the last like week, and just playing with friends again. So that was just kind of like an update, kind of like a little something, especially just playing Warzone and all that stuff with you, and playing with Will when he's back. It's been fun. It's given me a lot of happiness and joy.
I found love in doing nothing. Like just sitting at home and
looking at crypto, looking at stock markets, reading a book.
Not even like just reading a book. I mean, sitting down doing nothing.
Right.
having breakfast this weekend with my parents and fiance and
Yeah.
just sitting there for 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
great.
Having a good conversation.
Yeah. It's,
Let the fiance pet your hair.
yeah, I mean,
Call
sure.
it a day.
Sure. We're looking at our engagement
Right.
pictures the other day, and my hair it's good now. You can see it's kind of growing back. The male pattern baldness, man. It's a real thing.
It's a struggle.
It is, yeah. It's bad.
I'm bad at it too. So if I could wear a hat every day, I would.
I need to start. But my hair's looking better now. It looks kind of good tonight. Anyways. All right, let's, you got the quote of the week for us?
I do.
All right.
Quote of the week is by Linda Peterson, and it says, "With organization comes empowerment."
I love that because, well, let's say it one more time for the people in the back there.
I got you. Linda Peterson says, "With organization comes great empowerment."
I really think that's true because you feel the power when you're organized because you're a step ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Earlier, you said that it's boring and it's hard to do the tedious details. I'm reading Steve Jobs' autobiography. I'm about done with it. But they had meetings about what the next product would be. They're literally just brainstorming, organizing, get things on the board, putting designated team members work on this part of the company. That's where the real stuff's made.
Right. And
Then you just
that
execute
because
it.
I love brainstorming and that type of I wouldn't say that's organization. But
It is,
more
though.
like
It's the first step.
prioritization, yeah.
You said you were doing that today with your life.
Yeah, anything beyond that, it's kind of like, yeah.
So you don't like to go through the work with it.
Yeah, like the minor details. Like, I don't want to go alphabetize my spice rack. I don't want to do that. But it does look super cool.
I do.
Yes.
I do want to do that.
I know.
Everything.
I don't have to do
That's one of the
anything with
tips we're going to talk about later about how to have better organization. Everything needs a home or a place.
Right. 'Cause, I mean, again, like, if you know where it is exactly, like,
or something is, you just go get it.
It's going to save you.
Whereas you're looking for your knee brace for 30 minutes the other day. For me.
It is my ankle brace. First of all. Second, I haven't used my ankle brace in 2-3 years.
But you have no idea where it is.
I have no idea where it is. I haven't needed it in 3 years.
I can tell you where something is that I didn't have for 3 years. I can tell you where it is. It's either that or I don't need it, so throw it away.
Thank you. I probably might have actually threw it away.
Okay, so that's not bad organization.
I actually didn't. I might have taken it back to my mom's house.
Well, unfortunate. Anyways, I just think that's so true because you're empowered, you're a little more on top of things. Everything can move along better if you are organized and prepped for it. Think about if you're in a sport and you watch film, you know what they're going to do, so it's easier to adapt or change to it. Same with the math test. If you study for it, problems are going to be easier than if you fly by the seat of your pants. So you have more power. It's a strong word. We get more power with organization and preparation. 100%. Every time.
I mean, it'd be the same thing for like studying for a test and that, or like practicing driving before driver's ed.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't mean that you're gonna pass or be successful. It just gives you a better chance of doing that because you still got to execute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which execution in the end is very, very important. Which we should do an episode on that. I should add that. It's good.
I feel like we already had that written down, but yes. Again. Organization, it's just like I love the broader scheme of it, but then the more like the finer details, the little teeny detail, like it's just very tasking.
Yeah.
And that there's another word for it. I'm blanking on it, but
it's dreadful.
Yeah, like I never look forward to it.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
Those minor details of just like the things that I know will give me another minute, 2 minutes, help me prepare for tomorrow. But again, at the end of the day, like it's something, and it's like I noticed that myself. It's something I don't. It's not something I can really. It's really forceful if I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So
go
ahead.
I was like, I just really have to be like zoned in, like doing it. Otherwise, it's gonna be passed on. I'm gonna pass it off.
Well, also probably matters if it's important to you or not. Like,
yeah,
making your lunch every day is this sucks, right? Why would I want to do that? But if it's gonna save you time, so you can get to 2 more businesses, then it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you don't have to stop and get food and all that kind of stuff, or you don't save money. You don't have to spend money.
Yeah.
So that's important to you. Then you're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just comes down to like what's important.
Exactly. Everything does in the end.
Yeah.
It
can be such a philosophical. I feel like we talk about it, but it's such a philosophical question.
What is?
Importance.
Oh yeah, I was literally gonna write that down. Values/importance.
Yeah.
Because I think that plays a real big role in people's lives that we don't really talk about.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about the definition of organization and preparation. Then we'll have a quick ad break, and then we'll kind of dive into it more. So organization is the act of putting things into a logical order or taking an efficient and orderly approach to tasks. So an example would be when a company of people come together and you designate certain areas for them. Or you file your papers in logical order based on the alphabet or whatever. And then preparation is the action or process of making ready or being made ready for use or consideration. Right? So it's basically doing work up front to be ready to execute it when the time comes or the event comes. So basically straightforward, to be honest. Like preparation and organization, I feel like most people know what those are. And should.
It's like the opposite of like procrastination.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, and that's one of the things I want to talk about here in a minute. Let's take a quick ad break. Shout out to Cole's Kicking and Earth and Healthcare Services, all the other people, but we'll get you here on Anchor for Taylor's Great making dollar bills, y'all. All right, you ready? Moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us there. You guys don't get the Anchor ad, YouTubers, but like, comment, subscribe, and let us know if you love us or hate us.
Just like that? It's that easy.
Bingo. All right.
Drop us in, boss. Yeah, that's why we have such a why I have such a love-hate relationship with organization. So I procrastinate. It's a very good thing I'm good at. And
I hate procrastinating. I hate it. If I get a project at the start of the school year, I will literally go home and write an outline of what I'm going to do, and I will get slides ready that night.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we learn in the class, I'll put dates down. Okay, I have this weekend free. I'm going to do the first half of the presentation here. Okay, I have this weekend free later. I'm going to do it there, and then I'm going to revise it a week before it's due, and then I'm done. So I literally have it all wrote out on a planner. Gotta use a planner. Put it in your phone. Put it in an actual planner. Write things down, baby.
Yeah, especially I think now how I felt like it's so easy because things sync to like phones.
Yeah, and you can sync it to your Google Calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have reminders.
Which I love when it's something like you can like set a reminder, and that if any business out there and you're like advertising for things, and that you send out an advertisement for like 3 months down, like, and you can just click a button and it like syncs up to your phone. Ingenious.
Yeah.
Ingenious. That's an easy clickable thing that I can do.
I mean, we can do that.
And then I don't have to worry about it again.
We can do that for podcasts. We can schedule episodes. We don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Taking that extra 10 minutes to remember to do it.
Yeah.
Click the buttons, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just you schedule it and it's done.
Yeah, and so we're not staying up super late to drop an episode for all our listeners out there. So it makes it super easy on us. So that is one one reason it's very important to have technology that you can prepare for. Exactly.
And that's just advances too.
Right.
But it makes it easy on us.
Yeah. Which is great. Technology, great thing.
When it works. It works.
Yeah, it's the end of the world when it doesn't.
Yeah, my fiance and I were talking about that last night on our walk. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. Life sucks.
I'm usually, I'll dive into this story because I think it's a funny story. So the other day when we were playing Warzone and we switched over, and because Will took his Xbox. So on ours we only have 2 headsets when Will's in town. So I have to use his Beats, and Austin uses my headset so we can communicate and that. So Austin takes the headphones, leave me the Beats, and I go plug it in all the way. My audio doesn't work. Nothing works. I literally it just worked a second before that.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, and we're literally 3 I don't know what, maybe 15 steps away from each other.
Yeah.
And so anyway, yeah. So in that time, then I'm like, it's not working. Like I could not understand why it wasn't working. And I was literally like,
Jimmy rigged it up.
So I literally like was going through all the steps of everything I could possibly think of how what I've done before, and that to get it to work, what we did before, nothing's working, and I'm like going through the help desk, I'm like shuffling through. I was getting so frustrated. I was getting so mad. Like I was like, not in tears, but like you know how you get that point of frustration where you're like, F this, and just like you're done.
Yeah.
I was literally like there. I was like, I did not understand why unplugging my headset and plugging in another headset like literally cut the audio. Like it does not. But finally, I jerry rigged it and it works. But in that moment, I was so mad that like technology was not working.
Yeah, try having a brand new spin bike that doesn't work.
Yeah, because then you had technology problems later.
Yeah, and also, why do you call it jerry rig, not Jimmy rig? What's the difference between Jerry and Jimmy? I was just wondering that.
I don't know. This is the first word that popped up in my head, probably.
Also, I'm getting worse and worse at like saying F it. I'm more like, I gotta solve this now. Like I get so mad, nothing else matters. 2 a.m. does not matter. I'm getting it done today. That's what I'm getting more and more like that, which is bad and good. Again, because I want to be so organized because I don't want to have to go back to it. Because it's another thing I have to write down, another thing I have to add to my schedule. You know what I mean?
Right.
So one, I don't want to add things to my schedule. Two, this is where I'm so OCD on organization that it gets this bad. One, sometimes I write down when I need a shower when it's a busy day. I haven't done that in a long time, but I think about that. Also, to be super organized and efficient, you need to multitask. Like it sounds bad, but I used to read as I'm driving, or I would eat I'd eat lunch in the car from one school to another.
That's not good advice to me.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying multitask.
That's not advice. We do not.
So last night making pizza and trying to do yoga at the same time, or doing like multiple things at the same time. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Put laundry away.
Okay, that's like one thing. But then, like...
You can't have focus on both things at the same time, yes.
Yeah, but again, making pizza after it's in the oven is kind of... You put it on a timer and you're done. Like, it's not like...
Yeah, but some people also just might be like, oh, I just watch TV. Like, you might as well get something else done, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, you put laundry away, your pizza's going... I mean, it just depends what you want to do. Like,
kids are taking tests at school. Okay, I'm going to do my Spanish quick. I'm going to grade the test as they hand them in. Mm-hmm. Not just sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, multitask. I think that's really important.
I dislike those teachers because then they automatically it's just that judgment you feel, especially in me. I'm such a bad student.
Yeah, they hand you your test and you're like grading it in front of them.
Yeah, and it's like such a like
you
like
don't want to look.
Yeah, because
I did that in college sometimes. I wouldn't look for like 4 days.
Yeah, because I already know like it most likely was not gonna be great.
I just wanted to feel like I was free for a while, so I did bad and I was just mad. Normally after tests I'm happy because I don't have to study for a while, so it doesn't matter if I think I did good or bad. Okay, it's done. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, because again, like you're very good at that. Like you used to study like 3 or 4 weeks in advance to finals.
Yeah, so finals week was my favorite week of the semester. I mean, that was when we had our little walk thing, trying to send Snapchats throughout the whole campus. That was such a fun day. Anyways, so I study for tests. 2 weeks before, I would study every time I had the class. Plus, depending on how well I was doing in the class, I'd either add Saturday or Sunday, or I'd do both. So if it was a Tuesday, Thursday class, 2 weeks before, I'd study on Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday. And then the week of the test, I would study every day leading up to it. So finals, I would just do that, only I would start a week or two earlier. And again, in science, a lot, you have a unit test, and then it's again on the finals. You have 2 tests in the last 2 weeks of school. So one of them you don't even need to study because you already know it all, because you just got done studying for it. And I would start just by like looking at my notes or writing my notes out again or quizzing myself, and then I'd move from there. But finals week, everybody's cramming stuff in. I'm literally chilling. Go to St. Stephen's, have breakfast, hang out, play ping pong, go work out, study for a half hour. If you just study 30 minutes a day, but you start early, then you don't have to like cram ever. So I was never stressed during finals week.
Me neither.
Yeah, because you just didn't care.
Yeah, just and stuff.
But seriously, I take so much pride in my organization. I really do.
Yeah.
It's like something. So my parents always say, there's always like that one thing. So like my brother, my parents say that my brother needs somebody who runs if he's gonna get married to them. My thing that I found out I need, I mean sports. I would like you to like sports, obviously, but I need organization. So I'm glad my fiance is these organized, most organized person I know besides myself.
Even better than me.
So we always say our kids are going to be screwed in some aspects. Their kids are going to be great in that aspect. She procrastinates in like school and stuff, and I'm the exact opposite. But she always gets her stuff done, and like the kitchen will always be clean. Everything will have a spice spot. It'll be great. Everything in the garage will have a specific spot. It'll be nice and organized. Pans will be lined up. It takes a hassle too. Okay, biggest pan always goes on the bottom, and you keep stacking them. You just want to throw it in there. But again, if you want to keep your stuff nice, you got to do it. Taking time just to do the little details. But then again, I do a lot of planning. Like I get my lunch ready when I get home from work for the next morning when I take it. So I don't have to get up early. So I get an extra 20 minutes of sleep.
Yeah, because everything, especially like everything you're good with, like especially in organization, like you excel with like purpose. Like I feel like everything you do has a purpose.
Yeah, because everything. Okay, so if I get my lunch ready earlier, right? I set my clothes out for the next day.
Mm.
I shower at night. I mean, some people shower in the morning to wake up. I don't really have that problem. To help them wake up.
No, I just feel clean. If I don't shower, like I just so.
Well, I mean, all I'm doing is sleeping in my bed and clothes I haven't worn yet. So.
I mean, same. It's just like a clean, like feel clean. I just if I don't shower, it's just like a dusty feeling. Like
then like getting laundry done on Sunday, so I'm ready for the next week. Getting if I have free time, planning ahead. Like I'll plan the next unit at school if I have free time, so that when like I know I'll be busy over Thanksgiving, and when I come back from Thanksgiving, I won't have to do anything. I literally walk into my classroom and it's there. You know what I mean? Meal prepping for the week. I mean, both of us do that. Like tonight, ready to meal prep wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Other stuff to do, especially, I mean, the rest
we're ready to cook food.
Yeah. So then, again, everything, I try to be organized so that in normal life, all I have to do is grab it and I can take time in other things I want, like sleeping or free time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the purpose there, to make my life easier and less hectic. In terms of sports, the reason you prepare is to be, like you try to, again, it's hard to simulate it, but to be ready for a game-like situation, or you watch film, to be able to know what's going on, et cetera, et cetera. So the details of that are to be better at it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or prepare for any situation. Like I have plan A, B, C, and D. Some people say to only make a plan A, because if you make a plan B, you're not
sold out on your...
Yeah, you don't believe plan A is going to work. And I used to think that, and now I disagree. You always need one just in case. And then also, that people always say don't look forward to something, because then all your dreams can be crushed. If you look forward to multiple things, then it's not a letdown. I should probably quote that. I'm going to write that down right now. That's actually pretty good.
I feel like you used... Yeah, I mean, yes, you're right in that aspect. But I mean, sometimes you are let down in some aspects.
No, yeah, it's plan A versus plan B. Of course you'll be let down a little bit, but it's still something to look forward to, and you can find joy in other ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, I think also that you really just need to sell out on that plan A or whatever like you want to do.
But you got to put time and effort into that plan. Have check marks. At 1 week I want to be here. 2 months I want to be here.
Mm.
I need a break from here to here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be extravagant. Literally, I have like notes in my phone of, okay, I want a redo with this workout right before Thanksgiving to see where I'm at. I want to take this week off. I want to be primed by this time, et cetera, and whatever it might be.
Were you like this in high school too?
Yeah, so that's actually really good. That's funny. I started to be good at organization and preparation, more so organization, when I was a 7th grader. I've always had like OCD type deal, and it's getting better, like in terms of I have to do this at this time. I'm a little more free, especially if in the summer I have less stuff to do, so I'm less stressed. Yeah. Otherwise it's my schedule and don't deal with me. Because I know what I want with the purpose, but I need to be a little less selfish. But I really learned at 7th grade, because I would go school, football practice, soccer practice, another soccer practice, home, eat, sleep, wake up, do it again. And then I've learned over the time like how to take care of my body a little bit better. Then I learned how to study. Then I learned how to have more of a social life.
Of course, because I mean, as a 7th grader, there's not really like.
Yeah, I mean, I was just again,
know,
7th grade, it doesn't matter, but
yeah, you don't really have like that much freedom of your own time.
yeah, but in like high school, I was like super sore all the time. Like it was obvious. I was at a soccer tournament one time. I literally couldn't run. Like I was trying to physically run, and I couldn't. So I was just so beat up. There's a couple of times actually in high school. I have some stories with football and soccer together. But then in college, learned a little bit more, obviously, how to study and how to take care of, again, study early. In high school, I just look at my notes and watch TV, call it good. You can't do that in college with organic chemistry. It doesn't work.
Sure can.
But taking the time for that detail, getting set up earlier, again, food was a big thing. I would have to bring snacks all the time. I had to bring extra pair of clothes all the time. So I had everything. So I really learned about time management is really what it comes down to. And I would suggest for most people to start slow. Like don't write down everything you're going to do. Like I plan weeks. I mean, I have trips wrote down for like 7 years. Is that going to happen? I mean, no, you change it.
Yeah.
But I have it wrote down because I want it to happen. And then I have it organized for that time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have those things written down too. Like things I want to go see and do and all that.
And that's part of organization.
Yeah.
So you plan your life on
that, and it's just like I
going through
also
that.
But if I see or hear about a place, like I want to remember it, because otherwise, if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, that's another reason.
So like that's why. Yeah, that's why. I mean, that comes on with preparation, but that's why I do it. And I have travel notes, especially just on my phone for that.
In high school, I used to write things down because I was like, I won't remember it. But in all honesty, in school, you get so much information thrown at you that I need to take notes.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, my schedule, I know my schedule for the rest of the week right now. I could tell you it literally minute by minute. Just because I do it so much, I look at it so much, and like I plan on it so much that I know I'm very routine oriented, so I know everything because I spend too much time on it. I know like the back of my hand. So I'd say I'll forget it, but I won't. I can tell you what I need for groceries right now, but I write down that just in case. Or if I have Alzheimer's that I got to remember someday.
Yeah, so I think you're very much on one end of the spectrum.
Oh yeah, type A, 100%.
Yeah, there's very far and few in between.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's a stress reliever to get things done. My goal sometimes is literally, how can I get everything done in my day so I can have fun? How can I relax? I'm trying to have more fun throughout the process, which in the summer is easy. Because I get a workout, we go play volleyball, we game, I look at stocks, I do my Spanish stuff, hang out with my fiance. I get to choose what I do, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas during like school year, I choose to do what I do, but again, it's a little bit different if that makes sense. That's how some of it, I know, some of it, what am I trying to say? It helps me figure out that I know what I want to do with my life by doing that as well. But
yeah,
school again,
and I think it probably relieves a lot of stress and anxiety for you too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like checking things off on my phone.
Yeah.
Love it.
Like for me, like that doesn't like.
Relieve stress.
That it doesn't like provide me any like.
Yeah, so you don't need to write things down like I do because it doesn't provide maybe a benefit for you. That's
not that I don't or shouldn't write things down, and that is, I mean, I have a pretty detailed out like weekly planner, but to the same extent, like it doesn't give me anxiety that I didn't cross 4 things off my list.
Yeah.
Or if something comes up and nothing gets crossed off my list for the day, it's just like water off my back.
See, and I get that anxiety. So let's say, like, for instance, a spin bike. That's an extra thing I have to do now, right?
Yeah.
Making a doctor's appointment, putting sub-plans in to go to the doctor, calling the doctor, paying the doctor's bill, all that stuff.
It's called adulthood.
Yeah, it's extra time, right? Getting the oil changed, getting groceries, like all this extra crap. I hate it. I just want to do my schedule, be done. Something comes up, oh, this person needs help. Crap. Okay, in the summer it's fine because it's easy, you know. I don't have anything else to do. When I have stuff to do, like especially during like conference week and stuff like that, hate it. So I feel like I just run around all day. That's why last Friday I was so happy to like get stuff done. And when we were done with the stuff on Friday, literally just do nothing. It felt great because I've been running around like crazy for 3.5, or more like 6 weeks really at this point. So it's nice just to chill. My goal, I started doing this a couple years ago. One, I would usually do no homework on Friday nights. That was one, like, you need to take a day to yourself or a day of preparation. So my day of preparation is Sundays. I get ready for the next week. I purposely, when my fiance lived in Omaha, I would purposely leave early to get myself ready. Now, some days it's necessary to stay longer, or it's not a big of a week so you can do stuff longer. But if it's like you got stuff that's pressing on you, I have to leave. It's one of my things. I got to get ready, otherwise it's going to make things harder on me later. And I want to do the work up front so that I reap the rewards and benefits later.
There's a guy out there, his name is Liver King. And he lives a primal life. He has like a business called Primal something, Ancestor Primal or something like that.
Okay.
Super interesting dude.
Okay.
Super, because he shows you his food. He eats like 3 to 4 ounces of liver uncooked every day.
Gross.
He eats
That's why they call
bone.
him that,
He eats bone marrow, straight from the bone. Like it's super interesting, super cool, and that. But anyway, this past weekend on his Instagram story, he was like going into how he like drives himself to such a point on the weekends on preparation and organization, and that he can relax and spend time during the week with his wife, with his kids, and all that.
Yeah.
And so I think that was just like a cool like point. After this, I'll have to show you the video, because I don't know if you would like him, but like his workouts like remind me of you too.
Yeah, I mean, I love purposeful stuff. He gets stuff done.
Yeah.
So that he can spend time with
like
his family.
intent,
He has
his
a
things
purpose
like
or
intent.
intent. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think you'd really like this guy. I'll show you him.
So like my purpose or intent, most things are, for one, I can do the schedule I want to do, or two, it can get me 1% better in some area that I'm
And I'd say
striving for.
Yeah, this is definitely like your bread and butter right here.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why I do stuff to be and honestly, you only get one life, so I want to be able to have time to have experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to go to work, come home, get a 30-minute workout in, make supper, play with the kids for 20 minutes, and then go to bed. Like, that sounds like a boring life to me. In all honesty. I want to there's so much more than just going to work, getting a quick workout, making supper. Sometimes it's nice to go home and make supper, like when I'm at my parents. That's so fun.
In perspective, though, like sometimes that's all people want.
Yeah, and that's not me. If that's what they want, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of the same vision in that way. But like in some people's vision, like that's all they want. That's all they need. Like that's happiness right there for them. If they can get that far, if they can like put that into.
Hopefully, their 9 to 5s very, very fun then.
Yeah, I mean, like
half hour with their kids is very, very fun.
Yeah, if they make their 40,000 and that's what they're okay with and happy with, then hey, that's more power to them because they achieved what they want to.
Yeah, I mean, happy. Yeah, good for them. Again,
I just want to put that perspective in there.
No, yeah, you're right. But they can still have that organization.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They can still go to the grocery store, take out the meat so they can smoke it.
Yeah.
Make sure.
And that way they're able to go to all their kids' soccer games.
Exactly. Yeah. If that's important, then yeah.
And
make sure you got everything organized.
The coach, teach, hang out with the wife, anything they want to do. Like, by all means, like that's.
But everything takes time and effort in order to be. Done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's going to your kids' soccer games or going to the Super Bowl, you got to be prepared in some way. And the better prepared you are, usually, the better it goes.
Yeah. Or if you're not built that way, find someone who is. Yeah.
Especially if you're in a relationship.
Or trying to build a company.
Yeah.
Or anything like
whatever
that.
You're not good at, find a partner, a friend, or whoever.
Something that is.
Yeah, it's a good point to have. Really good point, actually.
Because otherwise, because I mean, that's just like for me, like I feel like the broadness of organization and then preparation, fantastic. Like we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
In that, like after that, like.
Well, I think
I would need someone to put into motion. Like I'm gonna say I'm like queen bee, but it'd be hard for me to be like a CEO and like
well just
a worker bee.
In my opinion, so like right here, a good example is our podcast, right? So I take kind of care of like the Google Doc and the Anchor stuff and setting up the episode, and you do all the video stuff.
Yeah.
So I just trust you with the video stuff that you're going to do it and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that takes the stress and organization. It's more organization that we do, but one, you're better at it. Two, you kind of just took hold of it. So I just let you do it, and then the stress is gone for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I do the other stuff, and it's kind of how the team works. But we both have small habits that we've created every time we do the podcast. Same stuff.
Yeah.
We talk about tuna, right? Their TV show, literally, the best boat is the most organized boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah. They always have their own jobs.
Yep. They know exactly when they get a fish on. Boom.
They're out
this, and this. Okay, now what do we do to work together and have a certain scenario, whatever might happen.
And it's funny that that's like the most hated boat. Too.
Yeah.
Is like the most efficient boat is the most hated boat.
Well, think about, let's put this into perspective. New England Patriots. I bet they're one of the best organized in terms of film watching, in terms of they know who they are, what they're going to do. That's why the Patriots were so good when we were growing up.
That or Tom Brady.
And I bet he prepares a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, like was it 2 years without Tom Brady?
Yeah.
They haven't really produced.
They're doing better now though. I bet they make the playoffs. I'll put money on it. I could even see them winning the game.
Dolphins are on the up and up.
Yeah, they beat the Texans. They're only the second worst. They only beat the second worst team. Honestly, I think Texans are the worst team. I think the Lions are better than the Texans. They just play in the NFC. NFC's a little better this year, I think.
It's all right. Dolphins are on the up and up.
They're on Thursday Night Football this week. You get to see them for once.
Score, baby. Here we go.
They're gonna lose though.
They're probably playing what, Patriots?
No, they play somebody good, I think. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the top teams. Anyway, this would be fun to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully they prepare extra well for it.
But
Spend some time. Again, also, I want to make a point here quick. Organization and preparation is not about the total amount of time you put in. It's about what you can get done in the time you allot for it. Right? If you're going and you're preparing to give a speech and you prepare for 5 hours, but you're doing stuff between and you're not really like focused on it, really you could have done that same amount of work in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So again, it's about how efficient you get stuff done.
Yeah.
And how well, actors who are super good, they've done things so often, so well, they can look at a script, boom, done. That's what makes them successful. They don't have to spend hours and hours and hours looking at it.
Right. It's just like knowing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Your gifts and what you're good at, what you're not good at, and allotting
self-awareness.
Allotting what you're not good at to others to help you. What you are good at, full send on it.
Full send on self-awareness.
Yeah, we like that.
I wish I was better at it, but I wish like us, like a culture, was better at it too.
Yeah.
I know Gary Vee speaks on it. I love that man.
Yeah, I know you did.
Little shout out to Gary Vee.
Great guy.
But yeah, I think I wish I was better at it and along with the world. Damn it. That's right.
Don't be talking to our viewers like that. I was just gonna start it again because we were almost at time, and all we miss is the world. That's all I missed.
Okay, I mean, you can go into whatever, but I think like I got what I want to say.
Okay.
I don't know what I mean. You
want to talk about how to be better.
Okay, I'd say let's give them like a few 3 tips.
3 tips.
Call it out.
Taylor says he wants 3 tips. I'm gonna give him 10.
Oh, he's
He didn't know that we got it going here because
I thought we were still going over our preparation part.
And see, that's the thing. I didn't. So with preparation and with preparation and organization, at some point the next step after the brainstorm is the communication. And I didn't communicate to him that I already knew what we were doing. I tend to do this a lot. I get a vision in my head and I don't respond to him. I feel like my fiance as well.
Yeah, I
I
feel
apologize.
I also reflected on that a lot too. I feel like a lot of people do. Like they're like
we talked about, everybody can be better at communication all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like we talked about this before, but again, going like just in. I just think about Warzone, how like we both have our own thoughts, and then like
we need
doesn't plan out.
You cannot over communicate. People might get mad because I know this, but you know what? It's not about saying, hey, you're not good enough to remember this. It's just okay. Just want to make sure you remember that you're on the same page, right?
Yeah.
And I feel bad, like if I don't say that, I get mad because it's like, is that my fault then?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Same with organization. If it's on me and I don't do it, and I put it on somebody else and then I don't trust them to do it, I get mad. So sometimes it's like, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah, that's how then it's still your fault, like if you don't trust them to do it. Either way.
Yeah, so I mean, you can always rely on yourself to be prepared. You can't control others, you can't control yourself.
For sure.
All right. Organization. Couple of things that I'm just going to read through quick on life hacks here. We've already talked about a lot of them, so if we've already talked about it, we're just going to skip over it.
No, I'm just reiterate it.
Yeah,
go back over it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So write things down.
I'm going to skip over it.
I mean, like,
reiterate.
briefly.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
See, okay,
exactly
this is my other problem. I can't. My brain malfunctions, right? We get like 80,000 thoughts a day. I have like 120,000.
Right.
Mine are probably more positive than most people, but.
Yeah.
Too many thoughts. That's why I write stuff down. That's why I'm organized. I got too many thoughts.
Okay. Start with the first one.
Okay. So one is to write things down. I feel like that's very, like, that in itself is being organized. You write a grocery list, right?
Right.
Bullet points.
That, and it's like, as soon as you write it down, like, it also becomes more.
Yeah, it's proven fact that you remember it better.
Yeah.
That's why kids at school need to stop typing and start writing. It's harder. It's way easier just look at a PowerPoint, but most people, it's literally a proven research fact.
Yes.
Most people learn better writing stuff down.
Yeah, I would agree to that as essence. But again, like, you also have to like realize where like our world is going to. Like,
technologically it makes sense with what we're doing. You're right.
And so again, like that just has to be like in their own self-awareness is like, okay, I typed this, but now I need to go over it and highlight it or write it.
Yeah, so maybe in class the professor goes fast, you type it, but when you're studying you write it.
Right.
And you have more time. Or humans will evolve too.
It never gave me anxiety, but it always made studying worse because like teachers in high school would fly through PowerPoint, even in college, fly through PowerPoints, and then you'd have to write down as fast as possible. And you like read it again, and I'm reading hieroglyphics out here.
Yeah,
my handwriting already sucks, and then trying to write fast.
I am a super fast writer, and I'm a super fast reader, so it didn't bug me. But what I didn't like, if there's a hard math problem or chemistry problem and you don't get it, you're just writing it down, and then later you try to like go through it, and again it's just gibberish. What is going on in this problem? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I kind of get it in that aspect.
Yeah, I'm very slow reader, very slow writer.
But again, everybody, we can have an episode on this too. To be a good educator is so hard because every single person is so different. You literally need a 1-to-1 for everybody. If you really want them to reach their full potential. So hard.
That, or you teach it in a way that like works for the majority. That's what we try to do now, but you can't be organized or prep enough for everything that could go wrong. Yeah. Or where people could. Yeah. I mean, you learn throughout like the classes, but everybody's always in a different spot. Yeah, and once again, like, I guess like the more ways you teach things, the better it is probably for everyone.
Oh yeah, audio people, visual people. Some people read, some people write. Yeah.
Yeah, and along with that, like I feel like that's also on them too to understand how they learn, and then either approach their teachers or their professors or whoever is teaching them, their worker, their bosses, and say, hey, this is how I learn. This is how I need to learn. Like,
and then they create
what platform can you give me?
And hopefully they have a relationship with them. They start having good habits. They're more organized. They know what they need to do. So they create those good habits, and then all of a sudden it's routine. Yeah, that's all part of preparation and organization too.
And then for an educator, and that like, if you can teach like to the majority or like what you can to the majority, I mean that's the best you can I guess for me, like, that's the best you can do. And then once you see people struggling, you're able to, like, to pick and pinpoint. I don't know if that's what they teach you in teaching, but I guess that's how I find. That's how I find myself.
For the most part, it is. Yeah.
If I ever had to find myself teaching study hall, that's how I teach it.
It's normally study hall, they just kind of watch you, but it's a lot easier said than done. I'll put it that way. All right, number 2 is to make schedules and deadlines, which we have also hit on. 3 is don't procrastinate, which we've also hit on. 4, I want to talk a little bit more about giving everything a home. Put things right where they belong so you don't have to jump through clutter and dig through your drawers. Right? Put it in an organized fashion. I have my shirts organized, dry fit, non-dry fit, kicking, non-kicking.
You wear 3 shirts.
That's not
for
true.
a 7-day period.
That's not true.
That is true.
I just think storing and labeling way easier to find stuff. It's some work up front, but then when it's nice and clean and organized, it looks great. And it's just, again, declutter. Let's talk about this one, Taylor Patton. Declutter.
It's on my, oh my gosh, it's on my list to do things.
Don't hoard crap. Get rid of it.
It's on my to-do list.
I love it.
And I go through clothes right above it.
Get rid of stuff. Keep only what you need.
Because I need to change things through my, like, spring and summer stuff to my winter.
Yeah.
That's why.
And here's the next step you can do. Because number 7 is know where to discard them, right? You're going to take them to Goodwill. You're going to sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
And then be prepared. Like, I do all that up front. So then again, all you do is execute it. I know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it. Like, if you're getting a new job, write 5 gyms down that you could go to. Write 3 places that you could possibly want to live. And do that early. Like, I have plane tickets and stuff up for my camp that's coming up. I have plane tickets, like, up and ready to go and all organized. So all I got to do is search it, click it, buy it, done. I already have what I need to pack. I already got my schedule set up. It's all good. I got all wrote down ready. So all I need to do is click a couple buttons, spend some money, hop it on the plane, kick the booty, enjoy the weather.
Let's bring it.
Get sunburnt.
Easy. Damn, you get sunburnt.
I got sunburnt this week.
You get sunburnt on a 66-degree fall day. Don't even talk to me about getting sunburnt.
Me and the sun, we're not friends anymore. Summer's over. I haven't seen the sun very much. Ever since school starts, I spend 8 hours a day.
And okay, bring it back so we can bring some value to our listeners.
Yes. Okay.
Again, you're on the extreme end of.
Thank you. Number 8. Now, this will help with the decluttering and giving things a home and all that. If you don't have room for it, if you don't want more stuff, don't buy things on sale. Stay away from the bargains. Right? Just because pizza crust is on sale doesn't mean you buy 100 of them. Just because you like these shirts and they're on sale, or
us on the other side, sometimes you need to prep. You never know where the world's going.
Okay.
Let me talk to my dad. This man preps for 15 years.
Yes, sometimes it's fine. You're right. But like the toilet paper thing when COVID started, that was so unnecessary.
But it just goes to show you the world we're in.
Why toilet paper, first of all? Why not get like canned vegetables?
I mean, they were gone too. But I mean, toilet paper is more noticeable because it's like something that doesn't go as fast. Or something that's like less like understandable.
I just couldn't believe it. Anyways, just know when you need something and when you don't.
If we're on a lockdown, like, you just never know.
Yes, okay, I mean, that you're prepared, but you usually
people snap into fear. It's just that quick.
Yes, but be logical in the decisions you make with the bargains is what we're saying. If you need a certain type of food, by all means, and it's on sale, get a bunch of it. But only enough that you can have. Like, you get 100 bananas, they're gonna be gross before you can eat them all.
Freeze them.
Okay.
Eat 100 bananas.
Listeners, I hope you guys get our point. And Taylor is just being.
I'm just saying that
devil's advocate here.
Yeah. Not necessarily a devil's advocate. But I'm just saying there's always like a different perspective in someone else's life. Like, sometimes people.
No, yeah, I agree.
Sometimes people got 10 kids.
Yes, but okay, that doesn't mean you have to buy groceries for 30 people. Just buy it for 10.
Okay, if I had 10 Austins living in the house, I gotta buy it for 30 people because you eat like 3.
Everybody knows they're gonna have their own situation. I'm saying just because something's on sale doesn't mean, like, my mom does this all the time. Oh, this is on sale, we should buy it.
But you still bought it. And then
no, you don't need it. If you need it, buy it. If you don't need it, that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. If you need it, buy it. If you don't need it, Don't have it. Just more crap.
Okay. Austin can have a mini episode about this later.
Thank you. All right, number 9 is delegate responsibilities, which we've gone through. Make sure everybody has jobs and you trust them, especially, and you guys all communicate extra and work together to be prepared and organized. Most sports, you do that with a team. Any business, of course, you do it as a team. And the last one is, I think, what we're going to end on, which is probably the most important thing, is you got to work hard. Taylor started this episode by saying how important it is, even though organization and preparation aren't sexy, that they are basically vital to what most people would consider success.
They're foundation builders.
Yes, definitely foundation builders. But to do that takes a lot of effort up front in order to reap the benefits later. So you got to work hard, even if it's just writing stuff down to start, like small steps. Don't have to be crazy like me.
Yeah. Again, like we talked about the whole Austin is basically like in a different comparison is like a math genius trying to teach algebra 1.
Like, thank you for that nice comment.
That or like just basic math to like third graders. Austin's out here like a genius.
And in that example, there's gonna be days where I just feel like the kids are dumb. Right? So you're going to have bad days in organization, or you're going to forget something. Like if I lose something, I feel that I don't ever lose stuff. Or I can't remember something. Again, my memory is like good. But I don't remember something, I get very angry. Like this restaurant, I keep forgetting.
Okay. Let's go into it. Is that the challenge?
Yeah, so I think the challenge of the week is just going to be to plan 3 things for the next day. In importance, right? So if your job's important, what is one thing at your job you need to get done? If you have something with your family, what is one important thing that you need to do with your family the next day? And do that the night before. For the next week, don't overplan. Don't be like me and overplan. Don't clutter yourself more. Just 3 things that are important to you each day for the next week. How can you organize or prepare to make those experiences good or go smoothly? That's basically it.
Boom shakalaka. Follow us on Instagram, Taylor.Patton.
I'm A_Eartham17.
And then our podcast one is kitchentable_pod.
And we're also live on YouTube now. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, so we'll put that in the link as well. And then that's just the kitchen table. Anything else?
No. Appreciate you guys listening. Let us know if you got any comments or feedback for us.
Yeah.
And make sure to catch the 1440 episode on Thursday. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys then.
Have a great day. Love you. Bye.